KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Breaking overnight, a mass shooting at a historically black college in Baltimore. I'm Liz Landers in Washington with the latest.
Outside with live cam, we made it to midweek. Quite a few clouds out there and a ton of humidity this morning as we wait for the cold front, first big cold front of the season, which is still in the forecast. Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday. It is October 4th.
Thanks for joining us. Yeah, you're right about patiently waiting, because we were excited to hear about it. And then yesterday afternoon, it got so hot.
It got hot, and I was actually waiting on a shower or storm, but it didn't really materialize for me. Mike Osterhage just kind of is throwing his hands up in desperation.
We never got those clouds really to move on in here. We had a few of them, and none of those showers to really pop up around the area.
And I would say Steph is, an absolute sweetheart. She's patiently waiting for this cold front. A lot of the rest of us,
we're done.
Impatiently waiting.
Well, we got another day in the 90s, though, and it's going to be another hot one. And also, we've got all that humidity like you were talking about. Yeah, you definitely notice it when you step outside this morning. Plus, we got a lot more in the way of clouds, although I did see the moon peeking through those clouds earlier. But we'll keep plenty of them around here, and then we'll see some sunshine mixed in with the clouds later on today, and that's really going to help to heat things up. We're at 80 right now, 75 Bernie State. We had some 60s even yesterday out in portions of the hill country, but not today. And the reason for it is, look at these numbers. Just a couple of days ago, they were well down in the 60s, but not today. We're looking at mid and even some upper 70s for dew points. So we were talking about how the humidity was going to be coming back on in here, which is then going to feed some of those showers, but not till tomorrow. So we got to put up with it throughout the day. Yeah, it will drop down somewhat in the afternoon, but still it's going to be a very sticky afternoon. Fall elm, moderate, low amounts of everything else, mold, ragweed, pigweed. And this morning we've got mostly cloudy skies around here. Temperatures, may drop down. We were down in the 70s. We actually went up a couple of notches just in the past hour. So we're going to be staying more than 10 degrees above normal. And then today about 8 above where it should be. 94 for a high temperature. Yeah, a shower or two. Don't get really excited about that. We're still looking at rain tomorrow, and then that front comes on through here. Then we get the cooler, drier air. We will stay below 90 tomorrow as well as Friday, but wait till the weekend. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Steph, Mark.
Thank you, Mike. Final touches being made at the home of our San Antonio Spurs. Last month, the arena was officially renamed. Now crews have removed the AT&T Center letters and replaced them with the venue's new name, the Frost Bank Center. The signage change comes about 20 days from the start of the NBA season, which is set for October 25th.
And there hasn't been an official groundbreaking at the site of a new Southside hospital, but drainage work and other projects to get the land ready for construction are full steam ahead. The University Health Palo Alto Hospital campus is set to sit on about 68 acres of land at Zarzamora and Jaguar Parkway. It's just down the road from Texas A&M San Antonio. So University Health says that the Palo Alto campus will bring Southside families much needed access to medicine and specialists. The new campus will also be the new headquarters for University Health Institute for Public Health. Officials say that they'll break ground on the hospital early next year and will open in 2027.
Breaking overnight, a mass shooting at a university in downtown Baltimore, Maryland.
The campus was locked down for hours as police responded, and students left terrified. ABC's Liz Landers is monitoring the situation and has the latest from Washington.
Overnight, gunfire erupting on the campus of Morgan State University in Baltimore. At least 5 people shot at the historically black college where students and alumni had been celebrating homecoming week.
She's just advising that the daughter texted her at 9:53 saying that they were shooting outside.
The victims include 4 males and 1 female, all sustaining non-life-threatening injuries. The incident began around 9:30 p.m. Students and staff ordered to shelter in place until an all-clear was given at midnight, and campus police responded.
Morgan State University police officers were on routine patrol on the campus when they heard discharges from a firearm.
Local law enforcement also descending on the scene, and the FBI offering assistance as well. The mayor of Baltimore making a plea for broader gun safety reforms.
We are dealing with, not just here in Baltimore, not just at Morgan State University, but across this country of the United States, an epidemic when it comes to guns and gun violence. And it's time for us to get serious about that.
No arrests have been made and no suspect has been identified. The university's president says that counseling services are available for students and that classes are canceled for today. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
In Italy, at least 21 people are dead after a terrible bus crash. Local authorities say the passenger bus fell from an overpass bridge near Venice and then crashed onto some railroad tracks and caught fire. The mayor of Venice says the bus was taking tourists to a camping site.
A New York judge has imposed a limited gag order with a stern warning after Donald Trump criticized a key court staffer during his civil business fraud trial. The order pertaining to all court staff came after Trump recirculated a social media post criticizing the judge's principal law clerk. Well, Trump deleted the post after the judge called him and all the lawyers into a closed-door session.
We've been telling you about it all week. And again, our final reminder, when your phone lets out a weird noise this afternoon, please don't panic. The federal government is testing its emergency alert system. That test will be sent to all smartphones, in addition to TVs and radios, at 1:20 Central Time. The text will follow saying it's just a test. This is the second time ever a test alert will be sent to every smartphone in the United States. 436, 79 degrees.
And we're just a few days away from the annular eclipse. After the break, how to protect your camera lens if you're hoping to get a good photo.
Let's check and see what we see on TransGuide early on your Wednesday morning. Very light traffic in that last shot. And there's 10 at Proban. A few more cars on the road there. There was an accident in the overnight hours, but I don't think we're seeing anything right now.
And looking out there with live cam, wow, already 79 degrees, but patiently waiting for those changes to arrive here towards the end of the week. We'll be right back.
We are days away from the annular or ring of fire solar eclipse. Throughout the eclipse, you'll need eye protection to look at the sun.
But what if you want to take a photo? Well, Jonathan Cotto shows you how to protect your camera, too.
On October 14th, those in direct path of the solar eclipse from Oregon to Texas will have the opportunity to witness an event that won't happen again for decades.
San Antonio is ideally placed to see the maximum eclipse.
Astronomer and eclipse expert Doug Duncan says an annular solar eclipse is unique because the moon's orbit around the Earth is not a perfect circle.
It's a little bit oval, so it can be further away and look a little smaller. And on October 14, it's going to be a little too small to totally cover the sun. And so it leaves a ring of fire.
And of course, if you don't share the eclipse on social media, did it even happen?
Everybody likes to take pictures with their phones, but if you want to take a picture of the sun, you got to protect your phone camera.
Duncan invented a filter to do just that. It's called the Solar Snap. He partnered with American Paper Optics. No matter what device you use, here's the key to protecting your camera.
When you want to look at the sun, glasses for you. When you want to take pictures of the sun, you put the little filter on your phone, and then you look at your phone screen, just like you would taking any ordinary picture.
Both Duncan and Jarrett say you must wear a pair of safe solar eclipse glasses in order to avoid eye damage during an eclipse, so regular sunglasses won't cut it. These have to be ISO and CE certified, so when you go and purchase yours online and have any doubts, they say just buy American. Reporting Jonathan Cotto, KSAT 12 News.
And we are your Eclipse Authority on Saturday, October 14th, beginning at 9 a.m. We're going to have coverage on the eclipse right here on KSAT 12. So if you want to see more of our stories leading up to the eclipse, you could just scan that QR code on your screen.
Now 441, 79 degrees.
Mystery in Paradise, a former elite American swimmer, Jamie Kale, found dead in the Virgin Islands. Up next, why her mother thinks her death was not accidental. And welcome back. It's 4:44. The mother of swimming star Jamie Kale, who was found dead in the Virgin Islands in February, says she does not believe her death was accidental. ABC's Janae Norman has the details in today's GMA First Look.
In this morning's GMA First Look, an ABC News exclusive.
What we are looking for is justice for Jamie. We're looking for truth.
It was a mystery in Paradise. Former elite American swimmer Jamie Kale found dead in the Virgin Islands at age 42. Police originally stating she was found unresponsive in her home by her boyfriend back in February. But months later, police now saying she died of an accidental fentanyl overdose. This morning, her parents speaking out only to GMA, insisting Jamie didn't use drugs.
We don't believe that she ingested fentanyl willingly. We don't believe that our daughter's death was an accident.
And we'll have much more on this exclusive interview coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
The pandemic-era pause on federal student loan payments officially ended Sunday, and now millions of Americans have another monthly bill to budget.
So how can borrowers best navigate those payments in uncertain economic times? And what could the restart mean for the overall economy? Well, Karen Kaifa is in Washington with the latest.
It's October, which means it's time to start making federal student loan payments again after a more than 3-year reprieve due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Betsy Mayotte of the Institute for Student Loan Advisors says the transition could be challenging for some borrowers.
There's been a lot of changes since the pause started. Things like housing and lettuce are a lot more expensive than they were pre-COVID.
Mayotte recommends borrowers use the loan simulator tool at studentaid.gov to determine which repayment option is best for them. And remember, the Biden administration has instituted an on-ramp plan, a grace period on missed payments through September 2024.
Normally with federal student loans, if you're 90 days delinquent or more, it starts getting reported negatively to the credit bureaus. That's not going to happen during these 12 months.
Interest, however, will accrue. Beyond the on-ramp window, Mayotte says to make plans now to avoid default, which happens if payments are not made for 270 days or about 9 months.
It will have a significant negative impact on your credit report, which can affect other things like buying a house, the interest rates on your credit cards, a car loan, and so on. So default really should be avoided at all costs.
Borrowers in default on federal student loans could also see their federal tax refund or even a portion of their paycheck withheld. In Washington, I'm Karen Kaifa.
Got a great shot on TransGuide, and depending on the clouds, the lights are reflecting off the top, or the very top. The circle of lights are on the cloud deck this morning.
Looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful. No accidents. We've got construction westbound 90 at Leon Creek, northbound 35 at Topperwine.
All those clouds came with all the humidity, and wow, you notice it when you step outside.
Yeah, I looked yesterday afternoon, and there was just a few sprinkles out to the west of San Antonio. That was it.
Yeah, there wasn't hardly anything out there yesterday, including clouds, and that's why one of the reasons why we got up to 96, only a couple of degrees away from the record yesterday. Today, it's going to be almost every bit as hot. We had, again, just a few of those smattering of clouds out there, but a lot of clear skies yesterday. Thank you for the KSAT Connect picture. But like I said, plenty of clouds today. We will see some sunshine mixed in, though, later on this afternoon. Heat index right now. Getting tired of talking about heat index, getting tired about going outside and dealing with it. 85 here in town is what it feels like. 88 Castroville, 85 up the road at Canyon Lake because of all this humidity, which these dew point temperatures. Now, that's an erroneous number there in Hondo, but numbers have gone up 8 degrees just since yesterday, and yesterday was just a tad higher than the day before. Of course, on Monday, it had really dropped down nicely. It was really pleasant on Monday, came up a little bit, but yeah, really bunch of humidity out there. Dew points are up 11 degrees over there in Gonzales, and even though they will drop down somewhat later on this afternoon, not that much. So it's going to be humid out there, and that's going to be the case tomorrow as well, with plenty of humidity. And Friday, somewhat, but then look at that. The drier air comes in here for the weekend. It is going to be just spectacular this weekend. A little more humidity kind of comes back in here by the first part of the week. Now, as far as today is concerned, lots of clouds hanging around here this morning. We will bottom out maybe down into the mid-70s because we actually went up a couple of notches just in the past hour, and we'll sort of fluctuate a few degrees here and there, and then make it up into the mid-80s already by late morning, 88 at noon. Yeah, 1 or 2 showers are going to be possible today, not very likely. And then rain chances, I know they were looking a little bit better for today, but now kind of dropped down somewhat, 20% chance, and then 94 for a high temperature. So here's computer models, and again, they're not very bullish at all about some showers, just a few of them here and there later on this afternoon. That's pretty much going to be about it. Now, overnight, plenty of clouds, then watch as the rain starts to move down into the area. What's looking like, and a lot of computer models are in agreement with this is 7:30 in the morning, so the majority of this is going to wait until morning commute is over here. Then the rain moves on in to the area. Obviously, we'll have some in our northern counties. It's going to move on through the area throughout the day. So pretty much the middle chunk of the day from, say, mid-morning up through late afternoon is when we're going to see the majority of this rain. Yes, there will be a couple of heavier downpours here and there, so we're going to have to watch out for that. And then by evening hours, most of that is on out of here. And as far as rainfall totals, yeah, again, there will be a few spots, 1 to 2 inches, maybe a couple of pockets here and there, but definitely the majority of the heaviest rain is going to be staying well off to the east of us and to the northeast of us. Then behind that, we get the drier air that's going to be moving on in. So this front is not one of those where immediately front comes through and you get the temperatures and the humidity to drop. That's going to be happening later in the day on Friday. So that'll set up for a pleasant evening Friday for football. We've got some of the rain tomorrow. Front comes through mid-80s both tomorrow as well as Friday. And then that lower humidity comes on in here. So we're going to have temperatures, highs in the 70s and lows in the low 60s, upper 50s. It's going to be nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, good looking weekend.
Can't wait. Thank you, Mike.
Time now 4:51, 79 degrees.
And up next, why soccer star David Beckham says a new docuseries is forcing him to relive a lot of painful memories.
Here are your pick 3 numbers this morning: 5, 6, 7, Fireball 9. Daily 4 numbers: 5, 0, 6, 9, Fireball 9.
Cash 5, 6, 8, 19, 31, and 35. And your Mega Millions. I can't see the numbers, but I can guess them for you. Just kidding. We'll have that graphic later on. Nobody won, and nobody won.
Oh, so here they are. They're 3, 19, 32, 39, 59, 24. Nobody won. The next drawing's Friday night, and the jackpot's up to $350 million.
There you go.
A new Netflix series focuses on David Beckham. Plus, get ready for even more murders on Hulu.
For the latest what's happening in Hollywood, here's ABC's Jason Nathanson.
It's a red card for David Beckham.
We're about to learn a lot about David Beckham in the new Netflix series, Beckham. The soccer star and his family were at the premiere last night in London, and he says the project forced him to relive a lot of painful memories that happened on and off the soccer field.
Sitting down and going through it in detail and looking at the archive and looking at stuff that I'd probably never seen before, that was quite difficult, but I suppose this is all part of the healing process.
The 4-part series Beckham is out today on Netflix.
Who are we without a homicide?
The murders keep coming. Only Murders in the Building, renewed for season 4. Hulu posted the news on Instagram with a picture as opposed to a flashy video featuring stars Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez. The more muted announcement courtesy of the actors' strike. The stars haven't been able to promote the current season, which ended Tuesday. Speaking of the strike, talks between the Actors Union, SAG-AFTRA, and the studios get back underway today. The two sides met on Monday for the first time since the strike started. They put out a joint statement Monday evening saying no talks Tuesday, but they would resume today.
We are going into hiding. Not right away. I still have a lot to plan.
Where?
It's better if you know as little as possible right now.
And Liev Schreiber, star of the recent miniseries A Small Light, is 56 today. And that's what's happening in Hollywood. I'm Jason Nathanson, ABC News, Los Angeles.
4:56, 79 degrees.
And Speaker Kevin McCarthy is voted out of the job in an extraordinary showdown in Washington. Up next, why the next steps for Republicans in the House are highly uncertain right now.
Parents and students making their case to San Antonio ISD staff in hopes of saving their schools from shutting their doors. Up next, where existing bond funding would go if schools are closed.
And a quick check of the roads with TransSky, looking over at Loop 410 at Culebra Road, where things are moving. Looks pretty good so far. And then our beautiful shot there at I-37 at Alamo Dome. Our Stephen Cavazos is in the studio this morning, and we're going to be checking in with him after the break.
Live from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Making headlines this morning, it's the end of the line for now former Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise.
Up next, now the gavel is up for grabs when Republicans will try to elect a new speaker.
Trending now on KSAT.com this morning, a lot of folks checking out how to safely take photos of the annular eclipse with your smartphone. We all know we have to protect our eyes, but did you know we've got to protect our phone cameras in a special way as well? I did not. We have a detailed list of what you need to know online right now.
And looking out there with live cam, 79 degrees. We are patiently waiting a little longer for changes in that forecast.
Good morning, everybody. We've made it to midweek. It's Wednesday, October 4th.
Happy Wednesday. Thanks for joining us. And if you were out and about yesterday afternoon, it got hot again.
It was Houston hot out there, Mike Osterhage.
Yes, indeed. By the way, talking about the filters for your phone,
yes,
for
sir.
looking at the eclipse, I was just looking on Amazon right now, and unless you're going to pay a premium, some of the shipping dates fall after the eclipse. So you're going to have to probably kind of pony up to get here in time. Anyway, yeah, yesterday was very hot. It's going to be hot again today. Not quite as hot, but still going to be well up there, almost 10 degrees above normal. We're at 79. Speaking of hot, yeah, it's really hot out there this morning. And look at that bottom number. Come on now, 75 for a dew point. Yeah, that pushes back when you step outside. Fog up the glasses, tropical humidity, however you want to describe it, up to 94. Normal high, mid 80s. Again, 8 above normal here in town. As far as the aquifer, yesterday's reading did not change. Push, we'll take that. And fall elms on the moderate side, mold, ragweed, pigweed are all low. Yep, with all the humidity this morning, we do have a heat index to talk about. So it feels like 83 here in town right now. Same thing up the road, Canyon Lake. Still feels like 88 Castroville, 85 Stinson and Gonzales. When is summer going to end? Well, it will end tomorrow, and then especially by the weekend, it's going to feel a whole lot better. As far as today, though, maybe a shower or two. Of course, we hardly had anything pop up yesterday, and that's going to be the situation again today. Could be one or two of them, but mid-90s. And then tomorrow, we will have rain midday. Right now, it's looking like the rain's going to be coming in here just toward the end of the morning commute, and then throughout the afternoon hours, then coming to an end. Again, mid-80s tomorrow, thanks to the cloud cover and some of the rain, mid-80s on Friday as well. After that, though, by Friday evening, the drier, cooler air comes on in. So this front's not going to be the one where as soon as that moves through, we have the temperatures drop and the humidity drop down. It's kind of a 1-2 punch, if you will. So that cooler, drier air comes in here later Friday, and that's going to set us up for a great looking weekend. Mid-70s in the afternoons and cool mornings. Good looking weekend. Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Mr. Cavazos is back. Good morning, sir. Anything going on?
Hey, good morning, Mike. Yeah, was out on for a few days covering a story. We'll have more on that a little bit later, but let's get to that morning commute because 37 at the Alamo Dome, it's one of our favorite shots here at KSAT. And you can see that we have the Tower of the Americas in the background and a lot of those clouds. So a great shot from our friends over at TransGuide. I always feel like it's a treat whenever we get to see shots like this, but more importantly, when traffic's looking great in the north and southbound lanes. No major issues detected just yet. We did have a lot of that overnight construction, but looks like a lot of that is cleared up. So we're going to see a lot of these screens on the screen. No slowdowns reported just yet, but I'll keep a close eye on things as the commute does get moving. Let's take a look at the travel times if you're heading into San Antonio. It's still pleasant along 37 northbound, as you just saw from that shot. 27 minutes along I-37 northbound. 28 along US 90 if you're heading eastbound from Castroville. And the arrival from Lytle should be about 16 minutes. So again, things are looking great as we are getting the Wednesday morning commute rolling. But a great shot here at 37 at the Alamo Dome. We'll keep a close eye on things, and I'll have more updates for you throughout the morning, guys.
Good to have you back, Stephen. Thank you. The battle between SAISD and parents continues.
As John Paul Barajas reports, on one side you have a proposal to close school campuses, and on the other there's a plea to reconsider.
You didn't come to us asking for solutions. You're amputating a leg when a Band-Aid would have worked.
This school is the perfect school for me.
Parents and students pleaded with San Antonio ISD staff in hopes of saving their school.
People will be heartbroken, not just children, their families.
How are we building a family that way? Why can't we stay?
Marne Gates are among the 19 SAISD schools that could close under a proposal to right-size the district.
They had a plan, a schedule, they marked trees, which ones were going to be cut, which ones weren't. Where did that investment back into the community go?
SAISD is also facing some questions about bond funds designated for schools that could close. The most recent $1.2 billion package was approved by voters in 2020. Of that, $179 million was set aside for the schools potentially on the chopping block. But the district says just $3.5 million has already been spent on those schools in question.
That did pay for a lot of conditions assessments and surveys that we can definitely use as we determine what we're going to do with our campuses moving forward.
Even if that means that campus no longer be utilized?
Correct. It was a general bond proposition for the district.
If trustees approve the right-sizing proposal, Yvonne Little with SAISD says the district does not plan on selling any of its buildings. As for the remaining bond funds, a statement from SAISD says, quote, "We will conduct facility assessments of each of the schools that will receive additional students and teachers, and we will reinvest in our remaining facilities, bringing them closer to the contemporary standards."
The financial outlook of what it would look like in 5 years, in the school year 27-28, we can face a deficit of $342 million.
And district officials tell us because the 2020 bond was a general district bond proposition and not specific to schools, they can redirect funds to other campuses if right sizing is approved. They have 14 community meetings left before the final vote on November 13th, and we have that full schedule on our website, KSAT.com. At SAISD, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
And you still have another chance to speak to Bexar County's top leader about the issues you most care about. So Judge Peter Sakai has been hosting a series of community conversations, and tonight the fourth and final session will be at the UTSA Park West Fieldhouse off of 1604, not far from West Houseman Road on the city's northwest side. So it's going to start at 5:30 p.m. and you can read more about it at KSAT.com.
For the first time in the history of Congress, lawmakers have removed a Speaker of the House. The now former Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, said he will not run for that position again.
With no succession plan, there is chaos, and adding to the uncertainty, the House has adjourned until next week. But overnight, as ABC's Liz Landers reports, at least 3 names could be under consideration to replace McCarthy.
This morning, the Capitol in chaos after that historic vote in the House.
The office of Speaker of the House of the United States House of Representatives is hereby declared vacant.
8 Republicans, led by far-right Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz and joined by all Democrats, voted to remove Kevin McCarthy as Speaker. A humiliating defeat. McCarthy served only 9 months, the second shortest tenure of any Speaker in history. His term bookended by Republican infighting. It took 15 votes for him to become Speaker back in January, forcing him to make concessions to far-right members, including a rule change that would allow a single lawmaker to call for a vote to remove him. That concession proved to be McCarthy's downfall.
He has failed to take a stand where it matters. So if he won't, I will.
Congressman Gaetz targeted McCarthy for working with Democrats last weekend to pass a bill to keep the government funded.
The seeds of this were planted by all of the deals he cut back in January. Even though Donald Trump was on the outside of this deal, his fingerprints are all over it.
McCarthy said he has no regrets, but said he won't run for Speaker again.
I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise.
But McCarthy is saying the move to oust him was about more than politics.
You all know Matt Gaetz. You know it was personal. It had nothing to do about spending. It all was about getting attention.
The House is now left without a Speaker, meaning no legislation can be brought to the House floor. The House has adjourned until next Wednesday as Republicans try to plot their next move. Sources say Majority Leader Steve Scalise, who's undergoing treatment for blood cancer, is calling members to gauge their support for him if he throws his hat in the ring for Speaker. Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan also not ruling out a bid. And another name being floated, Oklahoma Congressman Kevin Hern. Republicans plan to meet behind closed doors next Tuesday, meaning that we won't even have a vote for the next Speaker of the House until next Wednesday. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
And one of those votes to oust McCarthy was Texas Congressman Henry Cuellar, who was back at work after he was carjacked.
So they said they wanted my car. I said, sure, you got to keep calm in those situations. And then they took off.
Now, the congressman was not hurt in the carjacking. Capitol Police are leading that investigation and say Cuellar's phone and Toyota crossover were later recovered in 2 separate locations.
Hey, we started spreading the word yesterday. We remind you now to a change here on GMSA to better serve you, our viewers, and our community. Good Morning San Antonio on KSAT will now air from 5 to 7 every weekday morning beginning this coming Monday, October 9th.
This change allows for more immediate news gathering on the stories that matter to you and your family the moment you wake up and at a time that works best for you.
Our dedication to breaking news from overnight, pinpoint traffic reports, and your most accurate weather authority forecast continues on GMSA weekdays from 5 to 7 on KSAT. Watch or stream live wherever you get your news.
The time now is 5:10 and 79 degrees for now.
Just ahead, Samsung unveils its new fan editions of some of its most popular devices. Up next, how you can save a little money.
And looking out there with a live cam, things will heat up again this afternoon. But hey, we're going to see some 80s in the afternoons coming up, I guess, tomorrow and the next day. We'll be checking in, Mike, for all those exciting details coming up.
5:13, welcome back. A new line of Pixel devices is expected to be unveiled today at Google's Made by Google event. ABC's Rhiannon Alley has the details in today's Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google is unveiling its latest devices this morning. The launch is expected to include the Pixel 8 and 8 Pro phones and the Pixel Watch 2. The phones will feature the most advanced Pixel cameras yet, along with some new AI features, and the watch may be water resistant. After a year off, Samsung's FE or Fan Edition series is back. The phone is meant to offer flagship devices at lower prices. The series includes the Galaxy S23 FE with its 3 camera lenses and wireless charging. There's also a new Galaxy tablet and earbuds. Finally, Google is making it harder to send spam to Gmail accounts. Effective early next year, the company will require anyone sending more than 5,000 messages per day to place an unsubscribe button in their messages. Yahoo has also signed on to that plan. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
5:14, 79 degrees.
Look out there with Trans Skies, looking over at I-37 at the Alamo Dome. We love the shot, really beautiful, the Tower of Americas. But we're going to be checking in with our Stephen Cavazos to see what's going on your roadways.
When you shop Wayfair, you get big deals for your home every day. So big, we'll have you saying, "Am I a big deal?" Yeah, you are, because it's a big deal when you get a big deal. Wayfair deals so big that you might get a big head. Because with savings so real, you can get your dream sofa for half the price. Wayfair, it's always a big deal.
Wayfair, you've got just what I need.
As the world keeps changing, so does COVID-19. That's why this season's COVID-19 shots have been updated. They're one of the best ways to help protect yourself against COVID-19. Learn more and schedule at vaccines.gov.
Watch this. We get the team and I know that we making them nervous. This in the battle, we can't have discussion. I'm talking about doing the verses. So make it a good one.
We're back at 5:19, and then also back, Stephen Cavazos, back from assignment. Good to have you back in the building.
Yeah, good to be back with you guys, too. Good to see you, Mike. It's been a minute. So, I was covering a story and was out of the mix for a few days, but back in the traffic mix, and thankfully it's nothing too out of the ordinary as we get a look around town. Now, we've been showing you that shot near the Tower of the Americas, but as we get a look around town, it's going to be pretty much with this for the next maybe hour or so. Enjoy it while you can, folks. 35 at AT&T Parkway and 37 at Jones Avenue. Quiet roadways, that's how we're starting our Wednesday morning, and obviously reflected right here on our map. Plenty of green on the screen, but as always, plan ahead later tonight. We will see some work take place along I-35 on the northeast side of San Antonio. Those bridge repairs will begin at 9 this evening and finish at 5 in the morning. This takes us up to tomorrow, Thursday, October 5th, but it's during that time we'll see a full closure of the northbound main lanes at AT&T Center Parkway. So just plan your commute ahead of time. You can scan the QR code on your screen now. It takes you directly to our KSAT traffic page. A list of traffic closures is updated weekly, so just know what to expect ahead of time. Mike?
You, sir. All right. Great picture from yesterday. We did have some clouds out there, but yeah, most of it was just a lot of clear skies, and that's what allowed temperatures to get up there into the mid-90s, 96 to be exact. But it's a very good-looking picture. Thank you very much for that one, Yvonne. All right, plenty of clouds around here this morning. They will be breaking up somewhat later on this afternoon. Enough sunshine to get us back up into the mid-90s again, 94, so not quite as hot as yesterday. Speaking of heat, we do have a heat index right now because of the humidity, which has definitely come back in as expected. You know, Monday morning was really, really pleasant around here, and then each and every day has been getting much more humid, and it kind of jumped up by leaps and bounds in the overnight hours, and that's going to be sticking around through tomorrow, and that's going to help to feed some of those showers as well as thunderstorms. Then we get some really, really nice dry air coming on in here. That's going to be not until the weekend. So we've got heat index readings mid 70s to low to mid 80s around the area. Temperatures are going to be fluctuating maybe a degree or two this morning, and then we make it up through the 80s by later on this morning and up to 88 already at noon, already well above the normal high temperature. Perhaps a couple of showers out there. We had almost diddly yesterday, and that's going to be the situation again today. Put a 20% chance on it for later on this afternoon with that high temperature up to 94. So we are going to be 8 degrees above normal. Again, computer models aren't really too gung-ho about getting any rain around here. We got a few of them just scattered about, and that's going to just be the call throughout the day, maybe a couple into the evening hours as well, but not a great chance for rain today. That has changed somewhat in the forecast, by the way, because we're talking about better rain chances for today, but that has kind of almost gone completely out of the picture. Now, the front's going to start to push its way in our direction in the overnight hours and push this rain out ahead of it. However, the majority of this is going to wait till the end of the morning commute, obviously more in the hill country. Then that's going to continue to work its way down through the area. We will have a couple of spots with some heavier downpours tomorrow. So pretty much the window of opportunity is going to be the middle chunk of the day, mid-morning up until late afternoon hours with some of that rain. Again, a couple of heavier downpours. Not everybody's going to be seeing rain constantly throughout the day tomorrow. And obviously with the cloud cover, that's going to help to keep temperatures down throughout the day. And some of the heaviest is going to be well off to the east and to the northeast. Then we'll have a couple of pockets here and there. But widespread, we're looking at half-inch of rain, some heavier amounts on top of that. And as far as temperatures, now, we're not going to get this cold, but in behind this front, we do have some much chillier air. The front moves through the area late tomorrow, but it's not going to be one of those where all of a sudden it's like opening up the door and the wind shifts around and we get the dry air coming in here. That's going to take a day at least, and that's not going to happen until later Friday when we get that drier air that's going to be pumping on in behind here. Drier, cooler temperatures come on in here for the weekend. So it's going to be really pleasant over the weekend. So the forecast today, 94. It's going to be last day of the 90s, at least for right now. There could be something down the road, but we'll worry about that when we get to it. 86 tomorrow, 84 on Friday, and 70s over the weekend. So again, rain's going to move in here mid-morning and through a good chunk of the day tomorrow. Front comes through and it's going to be sort of delayed as far, yes, we'll be in the mid 80s, but then the about 24-hour delay until we get the low humidity and the drier, or excuse me, and the cooler air coming in here for the weekend.
A lot of folks are off on Monday.
Yeah, for the Columbus Day holiday, and so that's going to be a nice cool start as well, like Sunday. So 57 degrees. 57. Both those days, Sunday and Monday.
It'd be nice to have a light sweater in the morning.
I know. Sweatshirt, sit outside on the back deck, drink coffee.
I don't know about you guys. I've been doing that on the weekends anyway, just out of spite. Just waiting for
we'll
fall
show
to
you,
happen.
Mother Nature.
Instead of
Right?
iced tea, it'll be hot coffee.
I've sweat off 12 pounds this year. 524, 79 degrees.
Up next, why Paramount put the entire Mean Girls movie on TikTok in 23 parts, plus the new trailer for Priscilla and a look at Deep Sky.
Mean Girls is now on TikTok. Plus, we're getting a different side of the Elvis Presley story.
Here's CNN's David Daniel with today's Hollywood Minute.
Get in, loser. We're going shopping.
2004's Mean Girls has hit TikTok. Paramount has posted the entire movie on the short-form video service, breaking up its 107-minute running time into 23 clips. Of course, if you want to watch it in one go, it's on streaming, digital, DVD, Blu-ray.
The limit does not exist. The limit does not exist.
Hi. What's your name?
Priscilla Boyer.
You like Elvis Presley?
Of course. Who doesn't?
But only one teenage girl would become the wife of the king. The official trailer is out for Priscilla, starring Kaylee Spaney in the title role. Writer-director Sofia Coppola gives us a different side of the Elvis Presley story, based on Priscilla Presley's book, Elvis and Me. Priscilla opens in theaters November 3rd.
A telescope is a time machine. And JWST can see deeper into the past than any telescope in history.
Deep Sky brings the remarkable images captured by the James Webb Space Telescope to the biggest of movie screens. Here's your first look at the IMAX documentary, narrated by Michelle Williams, which opens in select IMAX theaters October 20th. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
Can you imagine watching that inside the Sphere in Las Vegas?
That would be awesome.
I mean, because the images out of there have been amazing since U2 opened last weekend.
That'd be cool to check that out.
Absolutely. 528, 79 degrees.
It's National Taco Day. Up next, how Taco Bell is offering one free taco a day for a month.
I celebrated yesterday.
Okay. Well, I mean, you can celebrate again. It's okay.
I don't have a problem with that. If for some reason you don't like tacos, how about a new pet? You can adopt this little friend just ahead. This morning, Kaiser Permanente is headed for a labor clash with 75,000 of its healthcare workers.
Patients will feel an immediate impact, especially when they need lab work, diagnostic imaging, pharmacy, vision care, and so on.
Up next, what a tentative deal today on a new labor pact would mean for nurses, med techs, and support staff in hundreds of hospitals.
Looking out there with live cam, 79 degrees, and we're not playing with your emotions. A cold front will arrive soon.
Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday. It is October 4th, and this is called Reverse Psychology. She says we're not playing with your emotions, but indeed we actually are.
Good way to put it.
Yeah, please don't.
But yesterday afternoon, it kind of felt like that.
Well, yeah, because it got up to 96. It's going to be 94 today. So, yes, your emotions are going to be running rampant with, like, where's the darn front? So that's going to be coming through on Thursday afternoon, tomorrow afternoon. Then we get, and that will keep temperatures down, but then we get the push of some cooler, drier air coming in later Friday, and that's going to be setting us up for a good-looking weekend. Lots of clouds out there this morning, and with those clouds, they've been kind of holding in all that humidity, and the humidity came with them. So we've got dew point temperatures. Measure moisture in the atmosphere, 75. This is like mid-summer kind of humidity. Just a couple of days ago, these numbers were down in the mid and low 60s. So the humidity has really come back in here as expected, 79 degrees right now. And we will fluctuate maybe a degree or two over the course of the next couple of hours. 83 is what it feels like, however, with all that humidity. 85 at Stinson, as well as New Braunfels, as well as Gonzales. And the humidity, even though it dropped somewhat this afternoon, still going to be around enough to give us a heat index. We had a heat index up to 100 yesterday. We're going to be feeling like the upper 90s and even some low hundreds when you factor in the humidity later on today. Fall elm is moderate. Mold, ragweed, pigweed are all on the low side. 88 at noon. Normal high temperatures 86, just to do the math on that one. And then 94 for high later on. A shower or two is possible, but kind of like yesterday. Rain, I know we were talking about rain chances being a little bit higher today. They have definitely dropped down. Most of the cloudy skies tonight. Then rain chances will come into the picture, being pushed out ahead of that front throughout the day tomorrow. And like I said, then we get that drier air coming. We will be down in the 80s tomorrow for high temperatures. Then we get that secondary push of drier air coming in here for the weekend and cooler air as well. So good looking weekend. Details in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, anything going on the roads?
It's been pretty easy over here, Mike. Not a lot to talk about. 410 at Goulet, but as we are seeing the commute just pick up just a smidge, not a lot of problems out there. Thankfully, east and westbound lanes at 410 near McCullough look to be pretty quiet. And let's take a look there at 410 at Perrin Bidle. It's pretty steady right now, but as we all know, we're all familiar with San Antonio roadways. They're going to get crowded in the next hour or so. Enjoy those quiet roads while you can. Thankfully, I've not seen any other issues that would cause any significant slowdowns this early in the morning. As we take a look at the map, it's just pretty quiet out there. But as always, there's plenty of construction taking place in and around the Alamo City. We'll talk about that a little bit later on. But if you're traveling into San Antonio, quick check out these travel times. I-10 westbound is still green from Seguin with 27 minutes at this hour. 33 along 87 northbound if you are traveling in from Lavernia. And it's a 28-minute drive time for our friends down in Florida. Floresville. But back behind me, again, quiet roads. That is an easy start for a lot of folks. But picking up there at 35 at Alamo, I'll watch roads closely, and I'll have another traffic update, including other closures to be on the lookout for coming up. Mark.
Stephen, thank you. The United States may soon see another group of workers hit the picket line.
In addition to auto workers and Hollywood actors, tens of thousands of Kaiser Permanente employees are planning to walk off the job this morning. As CNN's John Lawrence reports, the union representing the group says this will be the largest healthcare strike in U.S. history.
Temperatures are on the rise for workers at one of the U.S.'s largest not-for-profit medical systems.
Right now, the Kaiser executives are much more interested in their bottom line than providing high-quality patient care.
At least 75,000 Kaiser Permanente healthcare employees in several states are protesting what they say are unsafe staffing levels at hundreds of facilities nationwide.
We are doing the job of 2 or 3 individuals right now, which is mentally and emotionally draining.
Licensed vocational nurses and emergency department technicians are among those taking part in the standoff against the California-based healthcare company.
Patients will feel an immediate impact, especially when they need lab work, diagnostic imaging, pharmacy, vision care, and so on.
Kaiser Permanente issued a statement saying they will expand their network of pharmacies, may reschedule some procedures, and onboard critical care professionals during the strike.
Kaiser Permanente has an obligation to do those things. They certainly want to provide those services during the strike. It's not going to be easy.
Officials at Kaiser say their medical offices and urgent care departments will stay open during the strike, and that providing care for its members and patients is a, quote, top priority. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
The United States is seeing a dramatic increase in syphilis cases, and medicine to treat the sexually transmitted disease is in short supply. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says syphilis cases rose 74% between 2017 and 2021. And congenital syphilis, when a mother passes the infection to her baby during pregnancy, increased more than 203% during that time. So more than 36 public health groups are urging the White House to take action to increase production of Bisolin. Pfizer said it has increased its production of Bisolin by another about 30% this year and hopes to double its output by the end of next year.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot, an estimated $1.2 billion. That's the largest so far this year. The jackpot has grown so massive because there have been 33 consecutive drawings since the last winner. The odds of winning the jackpot, 1 in 292 million. Winners taking the cash option would receive an estimated $551 million.
Well, that would be nice.
Good luck.
Time now, 5:38 and 79 degrees for now.
On this National Taco Day, Taco Bell brings back its Taco Lovers Pass subscription program. Up next, why you'll have to act fast to take advantage.
Plus, one of McDonald's most elusive menu items is already coming out of retirement. Just ahead, when you can get your hands on the McRib.
And outside with live cam on your early Wednesday morning as we take a look at one of the busy interchanges here in San Antonio as South Texas is waking up on this midweek morning. We'll be right back. Just about 5:42, McDonald's McRib sandwich was supposed to be off the menu for good after a farewell tour last year, but it's pulling a Tom Brady and already coming out of retirement. Chain confirms that the boneless barbecue pork sandwich will return to some locations next month. According to a popular Instagram account called Snackolator, McDonald's argues not everyone is ready to say goodbye. Food and Wine magazine says the return makes last year's farewell tour a lie. But many fans are just happy because their favorite sandwich is apparently back for a limited time.
And today is National Taco Day. In celebration, Taco Bell brought back its Taco Lovers Pass subscription program. So today is the last day, and customers can buy the pass for $10. So this will give them one free taco each day for 30 days. So the only catch is that customers must enroll in Taco Bell's digital rewards program. So several other chains are getting in on the action with deals for its customers for National Taco Day.
I did that the last time they did it. Of course, you feel obligated to at least make your money back. So that requires 10 different visits.
I hope there's one
during
nearby.
that 30-day period. So there's one on the way home.
Oh, okay, okay.
But you definitely feel obligated to kind of get your money's worth.
You get to see the same people there.
Yeah.
Hi, it's
oh,
me
yeah.
again.
We were on a first name basis after a while. 543, 79 degrees.
And stick around. This precious pet really wants to go home with you. Aw.
So take a close look at this kitty. Not only the beautiful little stripes and the coloration, but this longer hair that she has right there. That is absolutely gorgeous.
Even like a little bit right here too.
Oh yeah.
See that right
and
there?
those gorgeous eyes
Oh
too.
my gosh.
I almost forgot to introduce Felicia. Felicia from the Animal Defense League. Who is this baby?
This is Manolo, and he is a 2-month-old little kitty who's available for adoption at the Animal Defense League. His adoption fee is $125, but of course he is already neutered. He'll have his vaccines, his microchip, all that good stuff, and he'll go home with a starter bag of HEB Heritage Ranch food. So that's exciting.
Okay. And you think about it, yes, the price for him, but everything you're getting with the neutering, with the vaccinations, that's saving a bundle of money.
Definitely.
I wonder if these long hairs, if they'll stick around when he grows up.
I don't know, they probably will.
Oh my gosh, he is, and the little tufts behind his ears and everything, he's just cute as can be. So what you got going on?
Well, there's always opportunities to give, right? Of course, you can give monetary donations through our website or come by and do that as well. But we always need supplies for our pets too. So if you are, you're an Amazon user, you want to go on there and order some supplies and have them sent straight to Animal Defense League, you can definitely do that. You don't even have to make the trip out, waste any gas, anything.
You guys think, okay, if you're at the grocery store, want to pick up an extra bag, that would be wonderful too. But a couple of clicks and
it's so fast and easy. And of course, we're always looking for supplies for our pets, whether they're in foster care or our pets that are available for adoption. There's so many things from litter boxes, crates, blankets, towels. And of course, if you do have any of those things as well at home, like maybe some old towels that maybe you just got some new ones and you don't want to completely just toss them in the trash, bring them over to the Animal Defense League. We can definitely use those and reuse them, for our pets. We would appreciate that. But anything and everything that you're able to do, we would always welcome that.
His little face is just adorable. Well, if you'd like more information about all the things they need out there, again, the Amazon wish list, it's very easy. Or this little guy, little Manolo, head on over to 11th in Nacogdoches or the Paul Jolly Center across from the zoo, adltexas.org. Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
Time right now is for I was looking at the kitten. I was thinking.
I know. I was thinking about his name.
Mesmerized. 548, 79 degrees.
Looks pretty good out there from this angle. Let's go ahead and check back with Steven Cavazos.
Been a good morning over here, guys. As we get a look behind me, 37 at Fair Avenue, we're off to a pretty good start as we're getting closer to the weekend, but we still have a few more days to go. And thankfully, mornings like this make it a little bit easier. 410 at Blanco, you can see it's just picking up, and 410 at Culebra, a lot more folks out there. And as expected, we're going to see that really shift around the 6 a.m. hour. As you plan on heading out the door this morning, you still have pretty much the roads to yourself, although we're seeing it pick up a bit. Just make sure to plan ahead of time. We've seen a lot of road work. A lot of that is also happening overnight. And as a reminder, we still have mill and overlay work that's taking place here along US 90. This has been current for a little while if you've driven through the area, but we still have, again, a few more days to go through Friday, October 6th. The work starts at 8:30 in the evening and should finish at 5 in the morning. Drivers, be on the lookout. We'll see alternating westbound main lane closures from 36th Street to Loop 410. But other than that, we have had a pretty decent start again on the roadways. Not a lot there at 10 at Probent. East and westbound lanes look like they may be getting busier. But yeah, good start to the middle of the work week as we get ready to drive off.
Agreed. Thank you, Stephen.
Yeah, not bad. And you were thinking that maybe the rain would be after traveling time.
Tomorrow, yeah, but we're starting to see a couple of sprinkles that have popped up now. Just all this moisture that's getting pumped on in here, and the atmosphere really can't hold that much more. So I can show you that on radar in a second. First of all, you had to stay cool yesterday, and that's what these two guys were doing here. Yeah. Well, I don't think the little bathtub, little pool can get any smaller, but yeah, they squeezed in there. Mika and Duke just cooling off, and they're going to be needing that again today. We've got a lot of clouds around here, a lot of humidity, and here's some of these little sprinkly showers that have decided to move on in. A couple of them by Kerrville, and as you can see, this one little batch up here, which is now heading up toward Bernie, just to the west of Scenic Oaks, and moving through Gray Forest, Helotes, and further on down to the south and to the southeast, over there by John Jay High School, just right around SeaWorld. These are very, very light little sprinkly showers. And again, it's basically because the atmosphere just can't hold that much moisture. It just keeps kind of getting pumped on in here. These are little, as we kind of call them, streamer showers as we get the moisture coming on in. And then it also sort of starts to develop as the atmosphere, as that flow hits the escarpment. And then we've got a couple more over there by Lavernia and even just off to the west near Sutherland Springs. So we'll keep a couple of these around throughout the rest of the morning. Just one or two of them here and there making the roads damp. That's going to be about the extent of it. 83 is what it feels like here in town. 87 Castroville, 86 up the road New Braunfels with all that humidity. The problem is humidity will drop somewhat this afternoon, but not a whole bunch. And when you keep these dew points upper 60s, low 70s, you're going to feel every bit of that 94 degrees for a high temperature today. And the humidity will be sticking around. That's going to help to feed some of these showers as well as thunderstorms around the area tomorrow. Today, couple little sprinkles around here this morning. We stay in the upper 70s and even a couple of low 80s around here. 88 already at noon. And then we bring the small chance of rain back into the picture later on today. Not a great shot of rain. 94 for high temperature. Computer models, again, are a couple of showers here and there, mainly down to the southeast. A few of them around this afternoon. As a matter of fact, this model is a little more generous with the rain than the other one I've been showing this morning. But again, they're just going to be few and far between here and there. Then we get into the overnight hours, and tomorrow, front starts to work its way down in our direction, pushing a lot of the showers out ahead of it. But it looks like the majority of this rain is going to be staying north of the area, just moving into the hill country during the heart of the morning commute. Then it moves across and moves through here and will be sticking around throughout much of the afternoon. It's not going to be raining constantly everywhere. There will be a couple of heavier pockets sort of thrown on here and there. And then this will continue to filter on out of here. And we will have the front move through. It's not going to be immediately. I mean, we will be down in the mid 80s tomorrow thanks to the cloud cover, but we will then get sort of a secondary shot of that drier and cooler air coming in here, and that's going to be later on Friday. So today, 94, 86 tomorrow, finally down to a normal high with showers, thunderstorms, pretty much the sort of the middle chunk of the day, mid-morning through mid to late afternoon. Front comes on through here. Nice on Friday, 84 degrees. Still, we're going to keep some of this, a little bit of the humidity around, but then we get the drier air really coming in here for the weekend and cooler air. And look at that, 57 for a low temperature on Sunday. We'll be back after this.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, we'll start with a story I know you've been covering. What happens next after that chaos on Capitol Hill? Speaker McCarthy ousted by members of his own party. We will be all over that story. Plus, I'm here in New Orleans where there's a developing water crisis moving up the river. Salt water intruding from the Gulf of Mexico. The Army Corps of Engineers is out urgently trying to prevent this from happening here where so many folks live, more than 1 million in New Orleans alone. We will be with them to see those prevention measures, including reverse osmosis machines at water treatment plants, but a serious threat, especially by the end of this month. That and so much more coming up right here on Good Morning America.
Back here at home this afternoon, our KSAT community partners are hosting a phone bank for the South Texas Blood and Tissue Center. Operators will help register people for blood donations and accept financial donations. That money will go toward replacing older vehicles used to transport blood. It starts at noon and goes through 7 o'clock tonight. You can read more about that at ksatcommunity.com. Ahead in the next hour of Good Morning San Antonio ISD's right-sizing plans have students and parents wondering why their schools are being targeted for closure. Plus, we've got an exciting update on baby Ezekiel, who was in desperate need of a special cranial helmet, how he's doing now after his first birthday. And up next, we're 10 days away from the annular solar eclipse, and you'll need special glasses to see it. But what about your cameras? How can you take the best photos while protecting your device too? And checking TransSky 10 at Probat. Traffic is flowing in both directions. We'll be right back.
This morning on GMSA, 5 people were wounded overnight in a shooting at Morgan State University in Baltimore. The police are saying right now about the search for a suspect.
Back here at home, San Antonio neighbors coming together to fight crime. Their plan to make San Antonio a safer place to live.
And let's look out there with live cam this morning. We're starting at 79 degrees, but we are patiently waiting for a little change in the forecast, and Mike's going to tell us all about that very soon.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning to you. It is 6 a.m. on your Wednesday, October 4th.
We made it to Wednesday, and we're excited about, we're excited about tomorrow and Friday, but especially this weekend with the temperatures.
That's right. We've got a chance of rain, and a couple of different things happen regarding this cold front and then an eventual mass of colder air.
Yeah, it's kind of a 1-2 punch. We get the initial cold front moving through late tomorrow, and then we get that drier, cooler push coming on in here just in time for the weekend. Can't come soon enough because yesterday was 96, 94 today for a high temperature. Lots of clouds out there this morning. A ton of humidity, and with all that humidity just continuing to get pumped on in here, the atmosphere really can't hold that much more. So we're starting to see, and just in about the past half hour, started to see a couple of these little sprinkly showers that have shown up around here. This one off to the northwest is heading up in toward Bernie, right there to the west of Scenic Oaks, near Leon Springs, Helotes, Gray Forest area, and then a little bit further on down to the south, a few of them around John Jay High School, just near SeaWorld, right around Taft, and then also further on down in the southeastern portion of the county, right there around Mitchell Lake. And most of these are just on the light side, maybe a little heavier shower here and there, a couple of them heading in toward Sutherland Springs, right near Lavernia, right there. That's about it. A couple of little sprinkly showers here and there this morning. Then we'll have a few more popping up later on this afternoon. Humidity gives us a heat index. So it once again feels like 88 Castroville, 83 New Braunfels, Canyon Lake out there at the airport, Stinson, Pleasanton, 85 right now. There's a ton of humidity out there. Fall elm is moderate. Mold, pigweed, ragweed are all on the low side. We are going to be warming up through the 80s and already well above the normal high temperature at noon. Then we get another, other than these few little sprinkly showers around here this morning, then we'll have another small chance for a couple of showers late today. Not a great chance at rain, 94 high temperature. So once again, well above normal. Like yesterday. That is going to be changing. We'll be almost 10 degrees cooler by tomorrow, and we do have those better rain chances moving on in here. How cool is it going to be getting? So fun to say that. How cool is it going to be getting this weekend? Details coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, what's going on?
Mike, I haven't had my hands full just yet. As we get a look around town, we have entered a pretty busy hour. We're in getting closer to morning rush, so we know things will shift out there, but as you can see behind me, it's just pretty much smooth sailing for a lot of folks. 1604 and 37 at Alamo Dome, one of our favorite shots here on GMSA. Things are getting busier, and it does look like we have a stall there at 281 northbound at Bitters, and you can see that our friends at TransGuide are working to show us the conditions out there. We'll get another look at that in just a bit, but as we see on the map, it's pretty quiet. Nothing really to talk about here. There was some overnight construction that's already cleared out, and aside from that stalled vehicle, there's not a whole lot else that would slow you down, just the normal commute. But as we take a look at the travel times, we're still in the green. The journey from Bernie along I-10 eastbound should be about 23 minutes at this hour. 281 southbound, if you are heading in from Bulverde this early, it's 25 minutes for you. And right now along I-35 southbound, it's about a 24-minute commute if you're making your way into the Alamo City. But let's get it back here on TransGuide where we see 281 northbound at Bitters. We do have a stalled vehicle off on the shoulder lanes. From the looks of it, it could be a bus. Tough to say, but we'll keep a close eye on it. Just make sure you keep your eyes on the road as well. Steph.
Thank you, Stephen. Over 500 neighborhoods across the Alamo City took part in National Night Out that happened last night. Now, it's designed to help neighborhoods meet one another, share food, resources, and spend time together. Neighbors had a chance to talk to local elected officials about what the community concerns are, and many were parents who said they want to see their children growing up in crime-free neighborhoods.
Biggest concern as a mother, I guess, is the safety in the schools. It'll be really important for me to see something different for them.
The mayor, police chief, Bexar County sheriff, and even the Spurs Coyote were out celebrating the night with the community.
Indy Morning headlines: 5 people were shot at a university in downtown Baltimore.
The campus was locked down for hours as police responded.
As ABC's Liz Landers reports, they haven't caught any suspects for now.
Overnight, gunfire erupting on the campus of Morgan State University in Baltimore. At least 5 people shot at the historically black college where students and alumni had been celebrating homecoming week.
She's just advising that the daughter texted her at 9:53 saying that they were shooting outside.
The victims include 4 males and 1 female, all sustaining non-life-threatening injuries. The incident began around 9:30 p.m. Students and staff ordered to shelter in place until an all-clear was given at midnight, and campus police responded.
Morgan State University police officers were on routine patrol on the campus when they heard discharges from a firearm.
Local law enforcement also descending on the scene, and the FBI offering assistance as well. The mayor of Baltimore making a plea for broader gun safety reforms.
We are dealing with, not just here in Baltimore, not just at Morgan State University, but across this country of the United States, an epidemic when it comes to guns and gun violence. And it's time for us to get serious about that.
No arrests have been made and no suspect has been identified. The university's president says that counseling services are available for students and that classes are canceled for today. In Washington, Liz Landers, ABC News.
And right now you're looking live at the U.S. Capitol in Washington after a historic day where lawmakers removed the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy. The now former Speaker says he will not run for the position again. So with no succession plan, the House has adjourned until next week. 8 Republicans, led by far-right Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, and all Democrats voted to remove McCarthy as Speaker yesterday. He served only 9 months, the second shortest tenure of any Speaker in U.S. history. Congressman Gaetz targeted McCarthy for working with Democrats last weekend to pass a bill to keep the government funded. McCarthy said he has no regrets.
I don't regret standing up for choosing governance over grievance. I do not regret negotiating. Our government is designed to find compromise.
So without a speaker, no legislation can be brought to the House floor. The House has adjourned until next Wednesday as Republicans try to plot their next move.
Looking ahead, when your phone lets out a weird noise this afternoon, don't panic. The federal government is testing its emergency alert system. The test will be sent to all smartphones in addition to TVs and radios around 1:20 San Antonio time. A text will follow saying it's just a test. So this is the second time ever that a test alert will be sent to every smartphone in the country.
Before we go to break, a reminder, GMSA looks a little different starting next week. To better serve our viewers and community we love, GMSA on KSAT will now air from 5 to 7 a.m. every weekday morning, beginning this coming Monday, October 9th.
This change allows for more immediate news gathering on the stories that matter to you and your family the moment you wake up and at a time that works best for you.
Our dedication to breaking news overnight, pinpoint traffic reports, and your most accurate forecast continues on GMSA weekdays 5 to 7 a.m. next week on KSAT. Watch or stream live wherever you get your news.
Time now 6:08 and 79 degrees for now.
After the break, we're 10 days away from the annular solar eclipse, and you will need special glasses to see it. But what about your camera phone? How can you take best photos while protecting your phone, too?
And if you were like me yesterday, driving around late afternoon, wondering where is this cold front? It's going to be here eventually, but not today. It's going to warm up this afternoon again. We're going to check in with Mike for all those details a little later on.